Day 2, Monday, Camp Grit, Lynn's Day. Lynn is set to get on the bus at 8:15 a.m. She sits all the way at the back as if she wants to blend into the bus. Jill and Sid are the last to get on the bus. Jill sits in the front with Sid. Lynn ducks down as much as she can so they will not spot her in the back of the bus. At last, we are out of the inn and on our way to camp. Beth must be at the camp by now, thinks Lynn. It is a quick trip from the inn to Camp Grit. When the bus gets there, Beth is by the van with her mom. Lynn jumps off the bus and runs to Beth. "Hi, Mrs. Rand," says Lynn. "Did you miss me?" asks Beth with a grin. "You bet I did. Lots and lots." Lynn hugs Beth. Lynn and Beth pick up their bags. As Beth's mom sets off, a small black cat sprints by Beth. Lynn jumps and drops her bag. She cannot stand black cats. When Lynn was 6, a black cat split her best doll in half. From then on, black cats are on Lynn's blacklist. "You and black cat," says Beth. "But this is such a small cat, Lynn." "Small black cats are still black cats. They are bad luck. Just hang on. It may not be just yet, but they all bring bad luck." "This camp will not end well," Lynn says to Beth. "Oh, stop it," kids Beth. "Bring, bring, bring." Miss Gibbs rings the camp bell to bring all the kids next to her. "That is Miss Gibbs. Let us run." Lynn grabs Beth's hand. They pick a spot next to Miss Gibbs. "Glad to have you at Camp Grit," says Miss Gibbs. "Hi, Miss Gibbs," the kids yell. Fact 1. No tablets or calls for the rest of the camp, says Miss Gibbs. All tablets must be off until the end of the camp. All the kids are sad, but not Lynn. She does not have a tablet or a thing to send texts with. She is glad she will not be left out. Fact 2. You will have a job to do at camp. The list of tasks are in your huts, and I trust you will check out the list by the end of the day, says Miss Gibbs. This is not a day camp. You will be in a club for this day. You will stay in the huts with the kids in your club. We have 10 clubs in the camp. There are 6 in a club. When I call you, pick up all your bags. Go to your huts to drop them off. You can unpack if you want. Then grab lunch. Be quick or not much will be left to snack on, Miss Gibbs adds. Then she calls the clubs. Club Sun, Jan King, Jill Finn, Viv Frank, Fran Hill, Sid Buck. Not Club Sun, not Club Sun, not for me, thinks Lynn. And Lynn Mills, adds Miss Gibbs. How can this be, thinks Lynn. She is sad to be stuck with Jill and Sid, and not be with Beth. Beth ends up in Club Run. Lynn asks Miss Gibbs if she can stay with Beth in Club Run's hut, but no luck. Miss Gibbs will not let her. Lynn has to stay with Club Sun until the end of camp. This is no fun, she grunts. Lynn looks at Jill. Jill nags that she got no help with her bags. We just got to camp, Lynn thinks, and Jill nags that she has to pick up her bags. No shock there. That is how Jill is. Nag, nag, nag. Lynn picks up her backpack. She is fast to go to the hut so she does not have to help Jill. She likes the hut. It is small and has bunk beds. It is a bit hot, but not that bad. Jill will not last a day in this hut, Lynn thinks with a grin. She casts her bag on the bed on top of Fran's and next to Jan's and Viv's. This way, Jill and Sid will not be in the beds next to Lynn's. Jill still nags as she gets into the hut, but this time she says she does not like the hut. Her mom cannot pay for a big hut. Is that why we stay in such a small shed? She asks. Lynn acts as if she does not get what Jill says. But she does. She cannot stand Jill when she brags how rich she is. Jill just does not stop. Then she looks at Lynn and adds, "This hut stinks. It smells like fish. Yuck." Beth is quick to visit Lynn's hut. She thinks Lynn must be sad to be in Club Sun with Jill. Beth gets this. She does not like Jill at all. not like she did in the past. I'm on eggshells when I am with Jill. She's such a snob. I want to go back to my mom, Lynn tells Beth. Beth hugs Lynn. Lynn hugs her back. Do not let her get to you. We will have a lot of fun. You will not be in the hut with her that much. We will be out all day, Beth tells Lynn. Let us go to lunch and have fun. We will spend the rest of the day out of Jill's grasp. And that is just what they do. At bedtime, Lynn checks the job list. Lynn Mills set up cabin 101 and cabin 102 by 10 a.m. for rock band gig prep. Not bad, she thinks. She sets her drumsticks next to her cap. She is set for the big day. Jill's day. Sun is up, Jill sings to Sid, who is still in bed. Stop it, Jill. I do not want to get out of bed yet. What time is it? Asks Sid. Time to get up and go to the bus stop, Jill says. Get up, Sid. Just do as I tell you. Just tell me. What time is it? Asks Sid. It is 8:15, says Jill. What? 8:15? I do not have time to brush and fix. It must be quick. Yes, you must, hums Jill. Yes, you must. Sid thinks Jill is her best pal, but Jill acts as if Sid is more like a big fan than a best pal. Sid likes to go by what Jill says all the time. Jill and Sid get to the bus stop just in time. Jill grabs a spot in the front. Sid sits next to her. Jill spots Lynn on the bus. There is Lynn. I am glad she is at the back of the bus and out of my way. Look at her. She is such a mess. When they get to the camp, Beth stands by her mom's van. Jill and Beth had a lot of fun in that van when they were 6. They were best pals back then. But that is in the past. Yet, Jill still feels sad to miss Beth so much. All the kids get off the bus. A small black cat runs in front of Beth's mom's van. Lynn jumps when the cat runs by her. Jill can tell that Lynn still panics if a black cat is by her. Lynn and black cats, thinks Jill. The camp bell rings. All kids run to Miss Gibbs. Fact 1. No tablets or calls for the rest of camp, tells Miss Gibbs. No texts? Fran asks in shock. No iPads or iPods? Jill and Sid wish to have Fran in their club. She is so much fun. No calls, no texts, no tablets. Got it? Grins Miss Gibbs. Jill does not like this a bit. Fact 2. You will have a job to do at camp. The list of tasks are in your huts. I trust you will check out the list by the end of the day, says Miss Gibbs. You will be in a club. We have 10 clubs in the camp. There are 6 in a club, Miss tells the kids. You will stay in the huts with the kids in your club. Then she picks up the camp clubs. Jill is in Camp Sun. So is Sid. They are glad not to be split up. They clamp as they jump. But Lynn is in that hut as well. It is time to go to the huts. But how? Jill has 6 bags. She has to bring all of them to the hut. This will be a big job. All the kids have lots of bags to bring. All but Lynn. Lynn has just a backpack and not a thing in her hands. But she does not want to help Jill. She picks up her bag fast and she is off to the hut. Jill gets upset with Lynn. Who does she think she is? Jill grunts. I do not need Lynn's help. But Jill does need help. Is there no camp staff to bring my bags to the hut? She nags. Camp Grit is a self-help camp, Jill, snaps Miss Gibbs. Get your bags. Chop, chop. Jill grabs her bags. But she cannot get it all. She drags half of the bags to the hut. She's upset that she has to go back and pick up the rest. Jill is last to the hut. She checks it out. Bunk beds, she yelps. The last bed is up top. It has a big lump. It is not snug at all. Jill does not like the hut a bit. This is not a hut. It is a small shed, just a step up from a tent. There must be a mix-up. My dad did not spend this much cash for me to stay in this shed, she says. She is still mad at Lynn. She wants her to be sad. She looks at Lynn and says, her mom cannot pay for a big hut. Is that why we stay in such a small shed? Jill spins with her hand on her hip and adds, this hut stinks. It smells like bad fish. Yuck. And it is so hot. Is there an AC in the hut? Is it on? Stop it, Jill, Miss Gibbs cuts in. She is not glad that Jill says such things. Jill does not check the task list. She does not want a job. Sid looks at the list. Jill, will you check your job? She asks. Jill shrugs. What is your job? Rock band gig, trash pickup. I have to do it the next day, says Sid. What is Lynn's job? Jill asks. Lynn's? Well, she has to set up Cabin 101 and Cabin 102 by 10 a.m. for rock band gig prep. Sid checks Jill's task and says, the day of the grand ball will be hectic for you. Is it my job? Asks Jill. What is it? Grand ball setup, Sid tells her. That is a big job, and you will want to get set for the ball as well. Jill thinks grand ball setup is not bad at all. She's glad she does not have to pick up trash. Let us get out of the shed and have fun, she tells Sid. Jill and Sid run out of the hut. They have lunch and spend the rest of the day by the clay stand. Jill crafts a clay pup and a cat. She thinks her mom and dad will like the clay pup. Sid crafts a mug for her dad and a pot for her mom. The day ends fast with no big mess.